All right, so next is our math lesson. This is for Monday, August 31st. And again, you guys know we're not doing live class connect sessions. So since you have a video, if I'm ever going too fast, all you have to do is pause it, okay? So again, with these, I need you to practice reading them out loud to yourself at home. So after I say it, you say it. So I'll go first. By Friday, I will be able to know the difference between a digit and a number. Now it's your turn. My turn. By Friday, I will be able to understand place value. Your turn. My turn. By Friday, I will be able to round a 2-digit number to the nearest tens place. Your turn. My turn. By Friday, I will be able to round a 3-digit number to the nearest tens place. Your turn. And my turn. By Friday, I will be able to round a 3-digit number to the nearest hundreds place. Go ahead. So this week we have 3 new things we are focusing on. This will be in your OLS lesson. This will be with me in this video today, but it'll also be with me in class. So if you study really hard, you'll be really good at class tomorrow. We're going to focus on rounding. Some of you may have started rounding in 2nd grade. Some of you haven't. It's usually taught in 3rd grade, so it's okay if you haven't started it yet. All right, so you have 3 vocabulary words. The first one is digit. This word is the same from last week. The digit is how many parts or pieces there are in a number. So if you have the number 52, it has 2 digits because it has, let me see, 1. Well, let me do it. It has 1, 2 parts. There we go. It has 2 parts. Now, if we go to number, the number is the value of a digit or a combination of digits. So 5, if you're talking about the number 5, is 5. Or 52 is a number that has 2 digits. And then our new vocabulary word is to round, which means to change a number to the nearest place value asked in a problem. So we started talking about place value last week. You also talked about place value in 2nd grade. If you need help with place value, you need to email me so we can set up some time for us to meet in small groups and one-on-one so I can help you, okay? If place value is really hard for you, rounding might be hard too, so make sure you email me. All right, so we're gonna review place value real quick. And remember, if these questions are hard, you should email me. So it says to put the number 321 in the place value chart. So this number needs to go on the chart. So in the hundreds place, there's a 3. In the tens place, there's a 2. In the ones place, there's a 1. That's how we do it. That means there are 3 hundreds. So 300, 2 tens. So there are 2 tens. And how many zeros are on a 10? Well, if I write the number 10 really quick, there's only 1 0. So 2 tens only gets 1 0. And then 1 ones. And now we have written the number in expanded form. So it has 3 hundreds, 2 tens, and 1 1. All right, the next question says, what is the place value of the digit 5 in the number 518? Well, we just talked about this, but let's use our house. So we know we have hundreds, tens, and ones. All right, so let's look at the number. How many hundreds are there? 5. How many tens are there? 1. And how many ones are there? 8. And then let's go back to the question. What is the place value of the digit 5 in the number 518? Well, let's go to our chart. We wrote 5 in the H column, and H was for hundreds. So your answer is hundreds. Ooh, and then this one's my favorite because we're going to practice with these a lot this week. Which answer has a 9 in the hundreds place, a 3 in the ones place, and a 5 in the tens place? So let me pull out my pen again to write on the board. I'm going to have my hundreds, tens, and ones chart. Draw my lines. So we need a 9 in the hundreds place. 100 starts with the H, so it goes right there. 9 in the hundreds place. A 3 in the ones place. 1 starts with an O, so it goes right there. And a 5 in the tens place. 10 starts with the T, so it goes in the middle. And now let's go see which one of the answers looks like this. So we need 953. 935, that's not right. That's not right. 593, that's not right. So then that leaves us with C, 953. Is that what we have over here? It is. So you circle it. And again, we will practice with these in OLS and also during class this week. Now we're going to talk about rounding numbers, which is the biggest part of this week. You're going to learn how to round a lot of different numbers this week. So it's for today, we're going to round a 2-digit number to the tens place and a 3-digit number to the tens place. So again, we're only going to the tens place today. And there are 3 rules when rounding. So I want you to pause the video and write down these 3 rules. There are 3 rules when rounding, and you must pause the video and write down these 3 rules. So go ahead and pause your video now. So after you're done writing down these 3 rules, we're going to go ahead and read them. So rules when rounding numbers. The first rule, your answer has to have a 0 in the ones place. Second, you always look at the place behind the number you are rounding. 5 or more, you add 1 more. 4 or less, you let it rest. And you will learn more about what I mean by that in just a second. So again, you should have these written down on paper. So again, we're talking about rounding a number to the nearest tens place. It's really important that we know we're talking about the tens place. So if I have the number 57, I'm going to the tens place. And rounding to a number to the nearest tens place means finding the number or finding the 10 that is closest to the number. So let's look at the example they gave us. They gave us the number 23. So we're going to use 23 just like them because that's what they have plotted on the number line. And then I have the rounding rules here for us. Use the number behind to help you round. So they asked us to round to the tens place. The tens place is where the 2 is. So we have to look behind it to help us figure out which way to go. Now, the next rule says 5 or more, add 1 more. Is 3 bigger or smaller than 5? 3 is smaller than 5. So 4 or less, let it rest. So again, 3 is smaller than 5. So it's 4 or less. Means we're going to let it rest. Which means you're not going to add 1 more. We're going to go down to 20. So we're going to put 2 with a 0. The third rule, answer has a 0 in the ones place. So there's another way to explain this. Let's look at the number line. The number they're looking at is 23. This is the number they're trying to round. And they're trying to figure out if 23 should be rounded to 20 or to 30. And again, the reason we use 20 or 30 is because your answer has to have a 0 in the ones place. So if there's a 0 in the ones place here, no 0, no 0, no 0, nope, 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 oh, there's our 0. All right. Now, is 23 closer to 20 or closer to 30? You can count and see. Or just look at it. 23 is way closer to 20. So if we were to round 23, it becomes 20. All right, our next one. We have to round 44 to the nearest tens place. So first plot the number on the number line. So plotting 44. And then check using the rounding rule. Use the number or the digit behind to help me round. So I need to go to the tens place. So I use this 4. Now, 5 or more, you add 1 more. Do we need to add or get bigger? Was it bigger than 5? Nope. 4 or less, you let it rest. So because it's 4 or less, we have to let it rest. We go this way. And then the answer has to have a 0 in the ones place. There it goes. Goes to 40. Let's try again. Oh, so before we try again, I do have a few videos for you guys to watch. You can click on the PowerPoint, not in the video right now, but I want you guys to watch these 4 videos today to help you learn more about rounding. Some of them are even songs, so they don't take long to watch, but watch these 4 videos. All right, so the next step was we have a 3-digit number. So still the first things first, you have to plot the number on the number line. And we are rounding 217 with the put on the number line. So 210, 211, 212, 213, 214, 215, 216, 217. I'm going to plot my number and then I'm going to write it. 217. All right, then we use the rules. Use the number behind to help you round. So we are rounding to the tens place. The 1 is in the tens place. So you're going to use the 1 behind it to help us round. Now, this number behind, 5 or more, add 1 more. Is that bigger than 5 or smaller than 5? It is bigger than 5. So we have to add. And when you add, it gets bigger. So we go this way. And the answer has to have a 0 in the ones place. 220 is our answer because there's a 0 in the ones place. Also, if you look at this, you guys, 217 is way closer to 220 than it is to 210. You're always going to go to whichever one is closer, okay? Whichever one's closer. All right, our next one, we are going to round another 3-digit number. So we're going to round 234 to the nearest tens place. So let's first plot the number on the number line. So 230, make sure you didn't start here because we have 234. So 230, 231, 232, 233, 234. You plot our point and then you write your number. 234. All right. Now, you are between 2 numbers that end with a 0. 230 and 240. We don't need this part of the number line down here. We don't need this at all because our number is already between 2 numbers that end in 0, okay? So now we use the rules. use the number behind to help you round. So we are rounding 234 to the tens place. So tens place, let's look behind it. That's a 4. And then next rule, 5 or more, you add 1 more. Is this 4 more or less than 5? It's less. So we're not adding, which means we have to go down. So 4 or less, let it rest. When you rest, you get some downtime. You get to chill out. We go down. And your answer has to have a 0 in the ones place. And there's our answer. All right, so this one's going to help you with your OLS lessons. But you notice there is no number line. So I'm just going to draw one. So let me use a black marker. I'm going to start here with this one and draw a line. It's not really straight, and that's okay. Your lines don't have to be perfect, you guys. All right, so they start with 100. So I'm going to put 100 on this side. And I'm going to put 110 on this side. All right. So let's start with the numbers that are between 100 and 110, okay? So 98 is between 100 and 110, and 101 and 108. We will come back to 114, okay? So 101 is right here. That would be 101. So the first we want to do is plot our number. And then we want to make sure we know where we're rounding to. So we're rounding to the tens place. So we're rounding to the tens place. I'm rounding to where that 0 is. So I need to look behind it at the 1. Now, is 1 5 or more? Nope. So we're not adding. We have to go down. It is closer to 100. So 101 rounds to 100. What about 108? So 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108. Let's just look at this one. Is it closer to 100 or is it closer to 110? I hope you said 110. And then you want to use your rules. 5 or more, you add 1 more. Is 8 bigger than 5? Yes. So it will go up to 110. These other two, I want you to try in your OLS lesson, okay? Because it has a bigger number line for you to try. So when you're doing your OLS lesson, if you get confused, use your pencil and paper and draw a number line, or you can print one out, okay? And remember that rounding rule, 5 or more, you add 1 more, so it goes up to the next number. 4 or less, you let it rest, so it goes down to the number with the 0. And then before you go, I want you to click on the PowerPoint that I sent you on your email and do these 3 questions I gave you by yourself, okay? I also gave you the answers, so don't cheat. Do the questions first, okay? I will check in on you guys. I'll be calling around. Have a great day.